Hello, everyone. Uh, it's another one of my 2 cents type of deals that I want to give. I know no one typically cares about a lot of people's opinions, but I wanted to try to see if I can make stuff make sense. Because stuff usually like this, as y'all can see with the title of this video, stuff just doesn't make sense the way a lot of people try to explain their reasons how they feel. And this is my take directly on the people, not necessarily the situations and everything. But I will say, shout outs to P's World. I've seen this whole information and stuff with Taylor Frankie Paul before, with her being the Bachelorette and everything being canceled. I've seen it before. I watched it, P's World's video, but I didn't see a lot of the clips and stuff of people defending her and her actions. And it's crazy to me how people would defend her actions, Taylor's. And they would say stuff like, oh, reactive abuse. You don't know what he was doing beforehand. You didn't see this beforehand. No matter what was shown in the video itself, what you seen in the video, because that's all we see in the video. So we can make judgments on what we see in the video. We can make judgments. Is there always more information before a video starts? Yes. Even after a video ends, there's always more information, a lot of stuff that doesn't get seen. But as what we see on video, we can talk about that. We can discuss how horrific that is or how horrible that situation is. I don't get. And I'm going to give a whole take on abuse and everything when it comes to people in their relationships. Because apparently this is a relationship of hers with just a boyfriend that she just started dating after just getting divorced, which is crazy. Um, I'm like, even if it is the case of him abusing her, because people are trying to say, oh, this is reactive abuse, this is reactive abuse. Even if that's the case, leave the relationship. I know everyone goes, oh, you can't, it's hard to leave, it's never that easy or whatever. This is a boyfriend. Is he holding you captive? Is he holding you hostage? Is he keeping you there against your will? If it gets to the point where you get so emotional that you want to throw or do stuff to him, then you should be leaving the relationship. I don't understand what the whole reactive abuse thing is. The reaction of you, of any even mental, because a lot of the cases I've heard and I've seen in P's video, women were talking about verbal abuse, not physical abuse. So if it's verbal abuse, leave. Why get physical with someone who hasn't gotten physical with you? Leave. Leave. I can understand it's harder with marriages and stuff like that in other situations where you're tied down. So it's crazy. And people are defending this as ridiculous. In the whole reactive abuse, oh, she was just reacting to his abuse. Would you say the same thing to this situation? Shout out some more critical on this one because what without him, I wouldn't have known about the situation either. And then I've seen it on Butch Cosby's channel later on as well. But Moist is the first video I've seen talk about it, where the streamer allegedly hit his girlfriend on stream. Now this is diabolical. This is ridiculous. I don't agree to this neither. You shouldn't be abusing your partner. No matter how angry or emotional you get, your emotions shouldn't turn into violence. You need to be able to control yourself. You need to control yourself. This shouldn't go to violence. If it goes to where you're about to get physical with somebody, leave. Either leave the room. It's harder for them because they are actually married, but leave. And this is a scary one because she looks like she's accepting his abuse, and she's probably been abused by him several times before. Allegedly abuse. Let me go again. It's allegedly. The way the videos and stuff look with this alleged abuse, she should want and try to leave, but she is accepting it allegedly. Because again, you don't see the actual hit or anything on camera, but from what you hear, because we have ears, what we see, because we do have eyes, this looks hella suspicious. The fact that he cocked back his arm, throws for what it looks like a punch. You hear the meat, someone's flesh getting, or a flesh. I don't know if necessarily it's her flesh or flesh, but it sounds like flesh, or what you would hear when someone does get touched. And then you hear her go, ouch. Twice. This happens twice. And he grunts when he throws his arm. He grunts. And the type of grunt that you do when you're trying to punch someone. So this is all alleged still. It's all alleged. But from what we can see, buddy, no. But this is one of the most dangerous ones because allegedly, the wife is allegedly, is being abused. She's accepting the shit. She's defending him. She's staying around. This one's the harder ones to deal with. But would you say the same? Oh, he's reacting to her abuse. Oh, he's just reacting to her. You wouldn't give him the same grace. So why the freak would you give Taylor grace for her actions? If you wouldn't give grace to one person, being this guy, why would you give it to her? Oh, it's a different situation. You see him. You can't see anything on camera directly. Oh, but these are punches. She's just throwing stuff at him. It's still damage. It still hurts. It's still physical. There's not that much difference. It's just one person is using a weapon and the other person is using allegedly their fist. If you give grace to one person, you have to give it to the other. If you don't give grace to that person, you wouldn't give it to the other person. Because abuse is still abuse. It's both were physical. They're still both physical abuse. You just think differently because of who is doing it, not necessarily the actions that are being done. That is crazy to me. But that is just my 2 cents of this whole scenario and situation with all this crap that's in the news. Let me know what y'all think about this as well. How y'all feel about it. Thank y'all.